everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, two teams coming in feeling good about how their last game went and want to continue with another win here today. It's the Texans going up against the Saints. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Second down following the incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Allen has it, left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Cameron Jordan is now one of those versatile defensive linemen who can play all up and down the front. Whether he's playing tackle or end, he knows how to make plays.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
On 2nd down, Elliott, and some room to maneuver. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line lower than the defensive front. They moved him and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a deep...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. The one running back is Gurley. And he'll get it up the middle. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Gurley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dwayne Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get sent to trot out there. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They come out here in the eye, and they're going to go soft on the corners. The lone receiver right is Cooper. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now out comes Houston. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now it's Wilson. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Newton on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Open man, it's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Dumps it off to Gurley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Newton to throw. Finding time. Buying time to his left. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
10 yards still left on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10, Newton again. He's going to let it go again. It's caught at the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hand. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out of the gun, Newton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Martavis Bryant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. And he knocks it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. Allen's got it over the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Second down now after the pass completion. Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Newton now to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
That'll be a gain of 16. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Being chased out left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Quentin Coples in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
20.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it.
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Taking it about the 16. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
20. Come on now.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and it's good enough for a Houston first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And they only need a little bit here. 3rd down and very short. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Allen has it left side, and eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. The play clock's running down. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Newton. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. Can't find anyone open. Dancing to his left. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Newton on third, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back to the offense. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get this down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that brings up fourth down.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off, and on that play, that caused the incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. How to continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. Newton to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Newton. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And they're going to speed things up here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Newton forced out to his left, and he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Saints, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, despite the loss, they're going to finish the campaign at a sterling 13-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.